Let's take a journey back in time to a Somalia many have only heard about in stories. Close your eyes, if you like, and imagine a land of resilient people, endless coastlines, and the lively hum of markets filled with the scent of spices. Somalia? Ah, yes, Somalia, resting on the Horn of Africa, had a unique role on the Indian Ocean, linking Africa to the Middle East and Asia. Welcome again, as we focus on Somalia today. This is Afro Vista TV, and remember to leave your comment on which country you'd like us to talk about next, because your input is truly valued. You see, Somalia's location was its gift, an anchor on ancient trade routes. It stretches over 600,000 square kilometers, bordering Ethiopia, Djibouti, and Kenya, and touching the blue waters of the Gulf of Aden and the Indian Ocean. With over 3,300 kilometers of coastline, it's breathtaking, the longest in mainland Africa. This coastline? It was everything for the Somali people. They called it their lifeline, and I'd say it truly was. Somalia's population, over 6 million, this people was strong, bound by a common language, faith, and traditions that brought them together. Many were nomads, traveling with their camels and cattle, and they were good at it, really good. In farming communities, they harvested bananas, sorghum, maize, and I'll tell you, these crops supported a booming agricultural economy. And then we have Mogadishu. Mogadishu, the white pearl of the Indian Ocean. It was alive with modernity, with paved roads, schools, hospitals, and even theaters. Life was good. There was pride. There was ambition. I think it's safe to say at this point that Somalia is a good example of how bad politics can be catastrophic to the nation. Because here's where it all changed. Beneath all this promise, there were tensions, political power struggles, clan divisions, outside interference. They were there, lingering. Somalia won independence in 1960, and with it came hope. Hope for unity, for progress. But then came the military coup in 1969, led by Siad Barre. Now, he promised change, a modern socialist state, but, well, for me, I think it was this centralization of power that started pulling the threads apart. Clan tensions grew, Barre's rule leaned heavy-handed, and things became tense, very tense. And when Somalia entered the Ogaden War against Ethiopia in 1977. That war drained the country. By the late 1980s, Somalia was teetering on the edge. People were frustrated, opposition groups formed, and then, in 1991, Barre was ousted. But instead of peace, Somalia plunged into chaos. The country it had built, gone. The Somalia we knew was shattered. Cities lay in ruins. Streets that were once filled with life now empty, covered in dust and silence. Warlords and clans fought for control, while the people suffered. Families torn apart, homes lost. It was a dark time, a very dark time. With no government, piracy surged along Somalia's coast as people turned to desperate measures just to survive. And then came Al-Shabaab, an extremist group spreading fear and violence. Somalia, once filled with hope, was now a land of hardship and suffering. Today, you can still see the scars. So, where does Somalia stand now? Though peace has returned in parts, the country faces challenges every single day. The government, internationally recognized, yes, but it's hard for it to maintain control everywhere. Peace? It's there, but it's fragile, like a candle in the wind. And for the people, many are still struggling just to make it through the day. Somalia's economy is small, and much of the population lives in poverty. They still rely on livestock and farming, just as they have for generations. But I'll tell you what gives hope. There's resilience. There are new developments. A port in Mogadishu, mobile banking that's making a difference, Somali entrepreneurs building something from almost nothing. There's a quiet strength, a quiet hope. And now we ask, can Somalia thrive again? Yes, I believe so. With peace, with unity, Somalia could rebuild. Its people have shown time and again they can adapt, they can create, they can survive. Just imagine, Somalia as a thriving trade hub once more, connecting Africa to the world. Imagine farmers expanding their crops, fishermen bringing in bigger catches, and tourists discovering Somalia's breathtaking landscapes. This isn't just a dream. With the right support, it could be a reality. And here's where we, the African nations, come in. Somalia can't do it alone, and that's where we have a role, a duty even. Here's what we can do. We can help keep the peace. African nations could send peacekeeping forces, secure regions, support Somali leaders who are working for unity. Peace gives room to breathe and a chance to grow. Somalia needs jobs. It needs businesses. And African nations can invest in Somali industries, agriculture, fisheries, trade, helping create real opportunities. East African countries, especially, can work to integrate Somalia into trade networks, helping everyone grow together. Education. That's the future right there. African universities can open doors to Somali students, giving them skills to rebuild their homeland. Imagine Somali engineers, doctors, teachers going back and uplifting their communities. Healthcare is still a major challenge, and African countries could send medical teams, build clinics, start health programs. It's about saving lives and helping Somalia stand strong again. Let's bring Somalia into the digital age. African tech companies could help expand internet access, develop digital banking, and improve telecommunications. Roads, ports, power networks could connect Somalia's communities, fuel its recovery. Somalia's journey has been so difficult. Yes, but there is hope. The strength of its people, their resilience. It's carried them through so much. And with the right support, Somalia could rise once more. Imagine a Somalia restored, Mogadishu, with life returning to its streets, markets bustling, the coastline safe and free of fear. This dream, it isn't just Somalia's dream, it's a dream for all of us in Africa. Because, and I'll say it again, when Somalia rises, so does the promise of a united Africa, a resilient Africa. Let's make it happen for Somalia, for Africa.